Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel for another raid video. Today I'm going to be giving an updated thoughts and opinions on the Plarium Points program. The first video I made was just basically going over the features of the program, and it was like a first thoughts and reactions video, and also breaking down some of the math of how long it would take to achieve completion of all three cards. This one is going to be a little bit more updated as far as getting some feedback from the community, getting some other information from content creators, and I just wanted to add a couple other things to my thoughts on the program in general as well. So, first of all, I saw a comment from a content creator who said, just don't worry about it. Just pretend like it doesn't exist and like it's not there. Well, first of all, it does exist. It is here. And people should worry about it because it is sort of a predictor of, I think, where Plarium is at with their intentions to take the game, and sort of points to what's important to them, right? Now, everyone knows Plarium loves to make money. I mean, if you go look, I switch off and I get a pop-up right here. So it's like they're watching my video and proving my point. But everyone knows how money hungry they are. I mean, you have all these offers that you can buy, and I'm really surprised they have limits on them too, with how much they want people to spend in this game. So, I guess we can pat them on the back for limiting us here. But there's all these offers and all this money they want you to spend, and it's so obvious because you get hit with offers every single day. This bar will get filled up with different tabs, but it's just a really troubling sign of where things are going. They obviously are implementing this program to get people away from the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, because Apple and Google take a percentage cut of all the money spent. So even if you're buying something for raid on one of those platforms, Google and Apple is getting a cut. Plarium doesn't like it. Obviously, they want to keep all the money for themselves. So that's one reason they're doing this. Another reason is just to entice people to spend more. And, to be honest, after looking at these rewards, I mean, they're really not worth it for what you'd have to spend. I mean, this champion cost anywhere between $500 to $5,000. I mean, if you waited, to buy this, I think it comes out to about $500 for the champion. If you wanted to get it today, it would cost you about $5,000. So, and the rewards you're getting, I mean, it seems like this system is tiered towards, okay, first you get the champion, then you get the gear, right? You get perception gear, which you'll need for her debuffs. You got the ring here, more gear, ascension pots to ascend her, an amulet, speed gear to make her faster, speed glyphs to enhance your speed gear. So first you get the champion, next you get the gear, and then you get the soul stones, or the souls to rank her up there. And no way, like, you're spending all this money. Where are the legendary books? Where are the immortal soul stones? Where are the eternal soul stones? Where are the sacred shards? Where are the void shards? Like, for the amount of money that people are going to spend, and people will spend money, I mean, the reward should just be, there should be minimum 10 of these in this box, and 10 or more here, and there should be 5 legendary books here, and this shouldn't be 80, it should be 800 or 8,000. And even then, probably the rewards wouldn't justify the cost. So, just saying, oh, don't worry about it, ignore it, it's just, I think it's a bad take, because it's kind of a window into the future of what they're thinking of, and what they're really putting time and effort into. It's obvious that they're focusing on getting away from mobile, and app stores where they have to pay a percentage of their proceeds, and they want to bring everyone to Plarium Play, and they want to keep all the money for themselves, and they want to keep enticing you to spend money. And yeah, you can earn these things, free to play, but it's going to take years. And it's not 1 to 2 years, it's, you know, 7 to 20 years for everything. And this game will be long gone and over before any of that happens. So, you know, it's not even worth saying like, oh yeah, it'll take 7 years free to play here. It'll take 22 years altogether. It's like, it's not even worth doing that math because this game won't be here in 20 years, most likely. So that was the first thing I wanted to kind of give an updated opinion on. The next thing, they talked about including these Plarium points, these points here in tournaments and events. Oh, look, another pop-up. And my concern is that current rewards are going to get flushed out. So funny that they say they're getting added and there's nothing here. But I believe this is for Summon Rush. And if you don't know, Soul Essence, Soul Coins, and Soul Stones were the most recent resource added to the game, and they allow you to summon souls. So about a month or two ago, we didn't have this Altar of Souls in the game. Now we do, and they have started including the coins and the stones into rewards. Well, the thing about that is they have pushed other rewards out of the track. They haven't added more tracks to these events and tournaments and rewards. They've replaced them, right? So these coins, they replace something that used to be here, maybe a shard. These essences replace something that used to be here, maybe a shard, maybe a 5-star chicken, maybe a legendary book, maybe a barrel, maybe a feast, right? And I would value these two things way higher than this. I mean, 5 essence, this is nothing if you know how much the souls cost to purchase at the higher levels in the shop. So this is useless. This is pretty much useless. I would much rather have an extra barrel or an extra feast or even an extra legendary book, even though, putting those into champions is RNG too. I would rather have tomes, chickens, shards, put a sacred here, or put a void here, put a sacred here. It's automatically a better track. So I can definitely see them putting, instead of this XP barrel or instead of this feast, putting, 3 points or 5 points. And again, that's nothing when you need 25,000 to complete the first track. So I can 100% guarantee you that certain rewards, and they're not going to push out the low tiers, right? They're not going to get rid of this, which is useless. And this rank charm, useless, everything. All right, they're not going to push out this XP boost for one day. They're going to push out a barrel or a feast, maybe even a book, right? I can 100% guarantee you, and that's concerning, and it should bother a lot of people. Another thing I've learned is that before this program was implemented, we just had this one track for playtime rewards, and now we have 2, but on mobile, you only have 1, right? You only have this track. These extra 6 points don't show up on mobile for playtime. So I did a calculation in my last video on how long it would take if you logged in, collected the points, and logged off. And that was based on 9 points. Well, it gets way worse if you redo the calculation on mobile and consider that you're only getting 3 points a day. I mean, it would take you forever. It's so absurd to, offer such a low amount and then demand such a high amount. So I didn't even know that was a thing until yesterday when I, did some more research on the thing. So yeah, on mobile, you're only getting this track. This doesn't show up. So on mobile, you're getting 3 points a day instead of 9, which is awful. Um, you're also not getting, from what I can see, staying on the topic of mobile, you're also not getting Plarium Play Points for purchases on mobile. So the images I saw showed these same packs and these same offers that are standard for everyone. That I'm on PC, I'm playing on Plarium Play, so I see these, but mobile players are not getting these extra points on their purchases. Now I know they're trying to push people away from mobile purchases, but giving mobile players nothing seems, you know, even if it was half, hey, you spend $100 on gyms, you get 250 points on mobile, you get 500 on PC. Like, at least give them something. I don't know how many people play this game strictly on mobile and who can't play on PC or who don't want to play on PC, but I imagine it's a pretty large audience, and if I were them, I'd feel pretty bad about shunning that section of my audience. And really, they're a business, so shunning that section of their customers is more likely how they're looking at it. I just don't see the rationale from a business perspective, um, especially if you have, they have all the analytics. They know who plays on PC, who plays on mobile. They know how long they've played for, each individual account, how many hours a day. Like, they have that information. So I can't imagine they would do this knowing all that, but it kind of seems that way. Um, and then the last thing that I thought of was you don't get points retroactively. So all the whales and krakens and mega whales in this game who have already spent all this money, 10, 50, 100 plus $1,000 on the game, they're not getting points retroactively, right? So this started yesterday, and there's no retroactive points. Doesn't matter how much money you spent before this event was released. Like, you don't get anything. Everyone got 50 free points, and that was it. So, more likely than not, the amount of people who have that amount of money to spend on a game like this probably don't care, but I still think it's ridiculous. There's no retroactive point gain by them. It wouldn't upset me. Um, I've spent money on this game, not as much as some people, but it would be a nice thing to do. Hey, you spent $1,000 on the game. Here's 5,000 points, or here's 10,000 points. However they measure it out, dollar per point. It would just be nice, and it wouldn't upset me. If someone said, "Hey, I spent 20 grand on the game, and I open up the points program, and I had enough points to get the champion," I'd say, "Hey, great, good for you. You deserve it, spending that much money on this game." And the last point is the champion not being worth it, and this one I'm kind of conflicted because because the program is so bad and so unachievable by most people's standards. I'm actually kind of glad that this champion is trash. Not trash, but not, it's not unique. It's not special. What she does isn't crazy good. So part of me wants to feel good that she's trash and that I don't have to worry about this champion because she's not going to make a difference on my account one way or the other. But another part of me wants to say, incentivize me. Give me incentive, right? If they released Acrizia, if Acrizia took this champion's place, I mean, you'd have people running over each other to go to the bank to make withdrawals. I mean, I don't have this champion, but every review, every video, everyone I've talked to that does have her, I mean, look at these reviews. Everything but Arena, right? She is just, I've heard she's the highest PvE damage dealer in the entire game, and that comes from all of her skills doing enemy max HP. And then her passive just decreases damage from AoE by 50%. So she just takes a flat 50% less damage. Every attack she does is max HP. just crazy, crazy damage dealer. You know, I've seen people do over 100 million on Nightmare Hydra with this champion, and she's doing, you know, 70 to 80 million of the 100. Just insane. So on one hand, because it's so bad and inaccessible to so many players, I want to say great. I'm glad the champion's trash. But on the other hand, I wish they would incentivize people to spend and get involved in the program. And it would also be in their best interest too, right? I mean, why, you know, why would you want to offer people a trash champion for spending so much money? I don't understand. But anyways, just want to give a quick updated thoughts and opinions on the program. Let me know how you guys feel. If you're watching this video, leave a comment. Let me know, do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm crazy? What's your opinions? What are your thoughts? Does this incentivize you to spend more money? Does this incentivize you to spend no money? Is this what's going to force you to quit the game? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.